You know, we had to take on our big opponents. You know, there's you know, throughout our history here in Newfoundland and Labrador, we've had to compromise because we were downtrodden, is not the word, but we were in an economic downturn, for want of a better term. You know, we had economic issues. The leaders of the province had to face those issues. So what I tried to do was just target the big ticket items. You know, the federal government and our share of the resources, the oil companies and our share of those resources, and the Churchill, and getting a fair deal on our power, whether it's the lower Churchill, the middle Churchill being Gull, and eventually the upper Churchill 2041. But in order to get the attention, like, you know, it's hard to get the attention of the mainland, for want of a better term, because we're only 500,000 people and only 7 seats. So you got to stir up some shit. That's the only way you're going to pay any attention to the outside. And you know, if you piss Steve off or anybody else up there, you know, the federal bureaucrats, and I'm sure there's many very good ones in the room, but the federal bureaucrats in Ottawa, you know, don't really give a shit about us in a lot of ways. And I guarantee you, you know, if they can get a chance to take it from us, they'll pass it along somewhere else. And you know, we work so hard to get the $2 billion, and there's people in this room from all parties who played key roles. I mean, you know, Newfoundlanders and Labradorians come together on this. This wasn't Danny versus the Liberals or Danny versus the Conservatives. There's other people in these parties that work with me up there to help us accomplish our goals, and they should be very proud of themselves for what they've done. But having said it, you know, you had to take these people on in order to get the attention of the Globe and Mail or the National Post or CBC National or any of those. You know, you had to take it to a level that people understood. And I mean, you know, you weren't in that room in Gander, and your dad was. Your dad is dead right. But when this guy looks at you and says, you know, you're not going to fuck with my country, well, then, boy, that's it for me. That's enough of that. I don't care how personal it is. I don't care if he likes being called Steve or he doesn't like being, you know, in anything but conservative kind of policy or platform. He's basically telling us, you know, I don't really care about you. The other thing he said in the meeting was, I don't need Newfoundland and Labrador to get elected. Well, boy, you're the Prime Minister of our country, and we're part of that country, and we contribute significantly to Canada in the biggest kind of way. I mean, I've done the numbers, I don't have them on my fingertips now, but, you know, we put in many, many, many billions of dollars in the hundreds to this whole country. And to try and sort of disregard us and to treat us with disdain and try and, you know, turn his thumb up to me in a room after we just given him 2 standing ovations, like any problem that had to do with it in the first place. But I did it. And then decided to take on, well, you know, so, yeah, he did manage, your father's dead right, he managed to claw $1 billion back on us when the rest of the country was being given money in 2008-2009 period. We were the only province that he came in and basically took $1 billion